Stone joins us live in Dallas. Good morning, Alex Stone.
McGraw, good morning to you. Yeah, the chief yesterday coming out, and he was very frank, talking to lawmakers there, saying, do your job, and a number of different topics that he would after them on, one being that he feels like police have to deal with too much now. He says we're everything from the babysitters for children to dog catchers in Dallas, and he says anything that lawmakers don't want to deal with or can't deal with, the police then have to deal with, and he says they've got too much on their plate. But he also talked about gun control, saying something needs to be done. He didn't say if he comes down on the left or the right, but he said some kind of sensible gun control is needed because his police officers are dying. He says, look, my men on the street were being killed on Thursday night last week, and he said we want a bill that Democrats will agree to, Republicans will agree to, something that both sides can agree on that could save lives. He said so far, lawmakers, in his opinion, they have failed at that. He was, McGraw, asked, do you think everybody should be carrying guns, like the NRA has said, put more guns out there? He says absolutely not. He says if that had happened on Thursday night, they wouldn't have known who the good guy versus the bad guy was, and he said there would have been a lot more people, in his opinion, who had been shot, because he feels that then they would have seen a lot of people with guns and not known who they were going after, and there could have been a lot more people who were shooting. He says that would have been a bad thing.
This guy is turning out to be the true hero or the true star in all of this, and his own personal background story is one that is unbelievable.
Yeah, he has lost family members to violence. He lost a partner to violence, to a shooting as well, and he knows what it's like to lose, and he is quite popular in this community. Not so popular, we understand from locals, among some commanders in the police department. He's very big on community policing. In fact, other police departments around the country come here to Dallas to learn community policing and why it's worked so well in this community for so long. The number of police shootings in this city, for a city this size, are way below other cities, and they attribute a lot of that to the community policing. But he has a background of he's had to overcome a lot. He knows what his officers are going through right now.
Yeah, and his son, who I guess suffered from some mental issues, also killed a police officer. So he's seen all sides of this story. President Obama is coming to Dallas. What can we expect from him?
Yeah, he'll be here in a couple of hours. This is his fourth trip to Texas to console family members of victims who have died. His 11th trip to a community impacted by a mass shooting. We understand from the White House that he personally has worked on what he is going to say at this memorial service today, that this is something that he wants to really speak from his own heart and the way that he wants to speak, and not how speechwriters are telling him to speak, that he spent much of Monday working on it. Before he speaks today, we will hear from former President George W. Bush. They will be in the same location, along with Vice President Biden and the First Ladies, and they will both speak. We'll also hear from Chief Brown and from the mayor here, along with a number of choral performances, but all eyes will be on what the president has to say today.
And it's just so I understand you correctly, they're going to both speak at the same event, is that right? Both presidents?
Are. President Bush, former President Bush, will speak first, and then President Obama right after him.
Alex Stone, live in Dallas with the latest. Alex, thanks for checking in.
You got it. Thanks, McGraw.
6:55, Big 550.